You feel as if something invisible is changing within you, a gentle restlessness, a silent call that words cannot explain. The same things that once made sense now feel empty, and there's a strange feeling that you're in transition without even knowing where. Sometimes the body feels heavier, the mind more sensitive, and the heart deeper. You notice subtle signs, repeated hours, body pressures, mood swings, and you start to wonder if it's all just tiredness or an awakening. What if what you are feeling is not a problem to be solved, but a transformation to be embraced? What if each discomfort is actually a code of light, realigning its essence? This is not the end of a phase. It is the beginning of a new consciousness, a silent and sacred process guiding you back to your true inner home. What if the changes that are happening right now in your body and mind are not random? What if they're not stress, fatigue, or some mysterious kind of burnout, but something much deeper, something invisible but powerful, something old? Right now, you may be going through an energetic transformation that your conscious mind has not yet been able to fully comprehend. You are experiencing what are called ascension symptoms. And no, they don't always look like what people usually describe. They are not always intense dreams or visions of lights. Sometimes these are subtle, even uncomfortable, changes that you don't realize are part of your spiritual evolution. So today, we're going to dive deep. These are 5 rare and completely ignored symptoms of ascension, signs that your energy is rising faster than your consciousness can keep up. Let's get started. You may not realize it at first. The first few days just seem strange. You wake up before the alarm clock, but not out of restlessness. It's as if your body wakes you up because something in the energy around you has changed. You look at the clock, and there it is again, 3:33. The first few times, you ignore it. Coincidence, right? But this keeps repeating itself until you realize that your internal sense of time no longer matches the clock on the wall. This is the first sign. One of the most hidden but deeply spiritual symptoms of ascension is when your relationship with time begins to unravel. You stop living it as a straight line. The memories begin to blur. Something that happened a week ago seems distant, and something from the distant past seems recent, alive. Time is not breaking. You are disengaging from the illusion of linearity. As your vibration rises, your spirit begins to move away from the matrix of time, because time, as we know it, is a construct of the third-dimensional world. But your soul does not live in that structure. It lives in moments, pulsations, intuitions. And now, you're trying to free your mind from the tyranny of the clock. You may start to experience time loops, reality-defying déjà vu, or days that seem endless, even as they fly by. This is not anxiety. It is an energetic shift. Your body is adjusting to cosmic time, the kind of time where alignment matters more than minutes, and with that change comes chaos. Your sleep becomes unpredictable. You feel exhausted for no apparent reason. He has energetic hangovers after emotionally intense days, and in a subtle way, its internal rhythm no longer keeps up with the rhythm of society. You feel like stopping when everyone is running. He feels urgency when everyone is calm. That mismatches your system feeling with the energy, not the clock. What's more, you start to feel when something is out of time. Notice delays before they happen. He feels when he arrives energetically early to something. You start to live by the energetic flow, not by the schedule. So, if it seems that time is breaking, it is not. You are awakening to a new layer of reality. Your internal clock isn't broken. It's evolving into something much more intuitive. Have you ever felt a strange pressure on your forearm without explanation? Or did you notice that your legs felt heavy, not swollen, not tired, but dense, as if something was on them? This is not imagination. It's not muscle fatigue. It's something energetic. One of the most ignored symptoms of ascension is this. The body begins to store energy in places where it has never stored it before. As your frequency rises, your nervous system undergoes a complete recalibration. Your chakras become more active, and not only the main ones, but also the micro-chakras, small energy centers scattered throughout the body, which open and begin to act. These microcenters act as reservoirs of energy that your system has not yet been able to process. Therefore, you may feel tension in the jaw, electric heat in the hands, or heaviness in the soles of the feet that does not pass even with rest. Your body is holding vibrations like a sponge, but unlike it doesn't absorb, it just temporarily holds it until your soul can integrate. It's like downloading a huge file on an old phone. It stores it, but it can't open it yet. Such is your body during ascension. So sometimes it feels heavier, anchored to the ground, especially in the legs, hips, and lower spine, which serve as the foundation of your connection to the earth. But this weight is the energetic adjustment, the compression of the spring before it can rise. It is not punishment, it is transformation. So when the body reacts in strange ways, don't just look for physical explanations. Ask yourself, where does this energy want to go? What is my soul trying to release? You're not sick, it's changing frequency. You walk into a place that once brought peace, maybe your room, a coffee shop, a park, and something feels wrong. Nothing scary but strange, scruffy. It is the symptom of energetic dissonance with familiar environments. Your energy has risen so much that the spaces that once vibrated with you no longer match. The environment is the same, but the frequency has changed. His aura expanded, and with it came a new sensitivity. You begin to feel the emotional residue of places and objects, the stagnation in certain rooms, the subtle weight that previously went unnoticed. Your spirit reacts to unseen vibrations, and the places that keep old impressions of versions of her, the one who cried, doubted, feared, now seem confining. Even your bedroom may look awkward. Your old home no longer reflects who you are becoming. This also happens with relationships. Conversations with old friends ring hollow. Family gatherings seem far away. The world you knew now sounds like a memory. But this disconnect is sacred. It is not coldness. It is guidance of the soul. She whispers, it's time to move on, not necessarily physically, but energetically. You may feel like you have no place, no belonging. But that emptiness is a bridge, the gap between who you were and who you're becoming. Walking through it with awareness accelerates spiritual integration. There is a moment in ascension when everything you desired loses its luster, not physically, but emotionally. You wake up and realize that you no longer feel fire for the old goals. The flame that moved him goes out. This is called the collapse of desire, one of the most profound and little talked about symptoms of ascension. When your soul rises, it no longer feeds on desires born of fear or lack. And most of our old dreams come from this. We want success to prove value. We want love to be seen. We want healing to escape the pain. But ascension is not an escape. It is a return. Return to the authentic desires of the soul. And for them to flourish, the old ones must die. This grief is uncomfortable. You feel empty without direction. But this emptiness is sacred. It is the space where the new divine instructions will be downloaded. And when the new desires come, they will not come as ambition. They will come as truth. They will not shout, they will whisper. So if you feel aimless, know, your GPS is not broken, it is being updated. You walk into a room, and suddenly someone feels the need to open up emotionally, or a stranger reacts negatively for no reason. Some get intensely close, others walk away uncomfortable. You haven't changed what you say, but something has changed, his aura. One of the most mysterious symptoms of ascension is when your aura becomes magnetically spiritual. She begins to pull unresolved emotions from the people around her. You become an energetic mirror. Without doing anything, you activate unconscious wounds in people. Some feel welcomed and open up, others feel threatened and react with rejection, criticism, or flight. You begin to feel the energy of others before they even speak. Their sadness becomes a weight on your legs, fear becomes pressure on your chest. You're not just absorbing, you're reflecting. Hence, many spiritually awakened people feel exhausted after social interactions. It's not introversion, it's energy processing. And without clear boundaries, your field can become overwhelming. But this magnetism is not a burden, it is a sign of evolution. You become a divine mirror, revealing what needs to be healed in others. Even if they resist, their presence activates healing. So protect your energy, keep the field steady. You're not crazy. You are ascending to a level of consciousness that the world around you has not yet reached. What if all of this, the confusion, the physical symptoms, the emotional disconnection, the breakdown of desires, the strange magnetism, is not random chaos, but sacred? What if your soul is preparing you for something much grander than the life you have been taught to expect? Ascension does not begin with fireworks. It starts with losses. Era of stability, loss of old identity, loss of the energy that kept you comfortable in the lower vibrations. And that's why it's so hard to explain. How do you tell someone that their time seems broken, that your skin vibrates, that you feel haunted by silence, that he no longer connects with what he once loved? You feel lonely, not because no one is around, but because your soul is on the edge of something that no one else can see. But remember, you're not broke, you are becoming. It's stripping away layers that no longer belong to the version that's emerging. And that emergency comes with symptoms, invisible markers of transformation. Your nervous system knows, your energy field knows, even your dreams know. You didn't get here by chance. He was guided to this moment, because some part of you is finally ready to awaken to who you really are. And this awakening is not destiny, it is recalibration, it's alignment, it is a return to the original frequency of your soul. Therefore, honor the symptoms, honor silence, honor uncertainty, because this void is the space where the truth will land. You are not regressing. You're not stuck, you are ascending. You are passing through an invisible portal where the old is crumbling and the new has no form yet. It's natural to feel confused, tired, or out of place. But remember, the butterfly also needs to completely dissolve in the cocoon before flying. This is your spiritual cocoon, the time between what you have been and what you are becoming. Honor that range. Breathe calmly. Trust what the universe is sowing inside you. For every symptom is a seed of light, and every silence is a gestating response. You're not missing out on anything. It is being reborn in everything. Go on. Your spirit knows the way. And in the next chapter of this journey, you will understand why ascension sometimes takes you away from people, why you feel spiritual loneliness, and why the universe sometimes calls you to walk alone before you fully ascend. Trust the process. You're not breaking up. You are evolving.